Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling heavy, sluggish, almost as if your body is dragging you down before the day has even begun? Many women over 60 tell me Dr. Perriera. I used to open my eyes ready to greet the morning, but now, even after a full night of sleep, I wake up tired. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. What if I told you that inside your very own body, there are 3 powerful points, gentle pressure points you can stimulate that can help awaken your circulation, restore your energy, and even leave you feeling fresher when you rise in the morning? I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera, a gynecologist with over 30 years of experience caring for women during and after menopause. Over the decades, I've discovered that one of the most overlooked aspects of women's health is intimate circulation. The way blood flow, nerve signals, and muscle tone in the pelvic area affect the rest of your body. Think of it like the roots of a tree. If the roots are dry and struggling, the entire tree looks weak no matter how much sunshine it gets. But if you nourish the roots, suddenly, the branches perk up, the leaves shine brighter, and life flows again. Your intimate area works in much the same way. It's connected to your nervous system, your hormones, and your overall energy. Now here's the surprising part. According to research from the Cleveland Clinic and other integrative studies on women's health, gentle self-care techniques, like pressing specific pelvic acupressure points, may help activate blood circulation and release natural endorphins, giving you a more energized start to the day. These are not complicated exercises, and they don't require medication. They are simple practices you can do in the privacy of your own bedroom in less than 5 minutes before you even step out of bed. One of my patients, Diane, a 66-year-old retired nurse, came to me complaining that every morning she felt groggy, unmotivated, and disconnected from her body. She was skeptical when I suggested trying pelvic acupressure. But after just a week of consistent practice, she looked at me during her follow-up visit and said, "Dr. Perriera, I can't believe something so simple could make such a difference. I actually wake up ready to move again." And she's not the only one. Time and again, women discover that by reconnecting with their body in small, intentional ways, they unlock a spark of vitality they thought was lost with age. So today, I want to show you exactly how these 3 points work, why they matter for women over 60, and how pressing them regularly can help you wake up feeling fresher, lighter, and more energized every single morning. But before I reveal the exact points, let me warn you, many women make the mistake of either pressing too hard, ignoring circulation altogether, or misunderstanding the difference between pressure points and ordinary massage. And those mistakes can keep you stuck in fatigue instead of freeing your energy. We'll go through those mistakes step by step so you can avoid them. But first, take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you woke up truly refreshed without needing 2 cups of coffee to get going? Imagine reclaiming that feeling naturally, safely, and in a way that supports your overall intimate health. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share might just change the way you begin every single day after 60. And let me ask you, do you believe your body still has the ability to feel energized and vibrant no matter your age? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your perspective before we dive into these 3 powerful points together. Now, before I reveal the 3 points that can help you feel refreshed each morning, let me share something important. In my years of practice, I've seen many women try self-massage or pressure techniques on their own. Some even read articles online or hear tips from friends. But here's the truth, not all techniques are safe, and not every approach will give you the result you're hoping for. In fact, there are 3 very common mistakes that can actually leave you feeling more fatigued, frustrated, or even uncomfortable. The first mistake is pressing too hard. Many women assume that if a little pressure is good, more pressure must be better. but your pelvic tissues, especially after menopause, become thinner and more delicate due to lower estrogen levels. Pushing too forcefully can cause irritation, micro tears, or even lingering soreness. Think of it like watering a fragile flower. You wouldn't blast it with a fire hose. You'd give it gentle, steady drops of water. In the same way, gentle, mindful pressure works far better than heavy-handed force. One of my patients, Helen, age 71, told me she gave up on self-care because it hurt more than it helped. When we reviewed her technique, the problem was simple: too much force. Once she softened her touch, she noticed improved comfort and circulation almost immediately. The second mistake is ignoring the importance of breathing. It may surprise you, but your breath is directly connected to how well your body circulates blood and oxygen. When you hold your breath while pressing a point, you tighten your muscles and restrict flow. But when you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, you signal your nervous system to relax, allowing blood vessels to expand and do their job. According to the Mayo Clinic, slow, deep breathing can reduce stress hormones, lower blood pressure, and improve circulation throughout the body, including the pelvic region. So pressing the right point without mindful breathing is like trying to start a car with no gas. The system just doesn't run smoothly. The third mistake is treating the practice as a quick fix instead of a gentle routine. Many women try pressing a point once or twice, and when they don't feel an immediate burst of energy, they give up. But your body, especially after 60, responds better to consistent, gentle stimulation than to sudden, irregular efforts. Just like exercise, you wouldn't expect stronger muscles from lifting a weight once. You build strength over time. Pelvic circulation and energy flow follow the same principle. A retired teacher I know, Mrs. Alvarez, was skeptical at first. She tried the technique 2 mornings in a row, felt nothing, and thought it was useless. But after committing to a steady routine for 2 weeks, she told me, "It's like my mornings finally belong to me again." Now, why am I sharing these mistakes before showing you the actual points? Because avoiding these pitfalls is just as important as learning the right technique. If you press too hard, breathe shallowly, or treat the practice as a one-time trick, you won't see the benefits. But if you use gentle pressure, combine it with slow breathing, and commit to a short daily routine, you create the perfect conditions for energy to flow again. And here's the cliffhanger. These 3 points I'm about to show you are not random. Each of them is connected to areas where nerves, blood vessels, and muscle tone intersect. Stimulating them can help wake up not just your pelvic region, but also your overall sense of vitality. In part 3, I'll walk you through each point step by step, where it is, how to find it, and how long to press for the best results. But before we go there, I'd like to ask you, which of these mistakes do you think you've made in your own self-care routine? Too much force, shallow breathing, or giving up too soon? Share in the comments. You may be surprised to see how many women have struggled with the same thing. Now that we've cleared up the mistakes, let's go step by step into the actual practice. I'll walk you through 3 specific points located in the pelvic and lower abdominal area. These are simple, natural places where nerves and blood vessels meet. By gently stimulating them, you can encourage circulation, improve oxygen flow, and send signals through your nervous system that help you feel awake and alive each morning. The first point is just 2 inches below your belly button, right in the center of your lower abdomen. This area is often called the energy center in traditional acupressure, but from a medical perspective, it also lies above key pelvic blood vessels. By placing your fingers flat and gently pressing in small circular motions for about 30 to 60 seconds, you help awaken blood flow, not just to your pelvic organs, but throughout your body. One of my patients, a 65-year-old grandmother, began using this point every morning before she got out of bed. Within a week, she told me Dr. Perriera, I feel like I've reconnected to my core, like my body is listening again. That sense of reconnection is often the very spark that lifts morning fatigue. The second point is located at the inner crease of your thigh, right where your leg meets your torso. If you gently place your hand along the inner groin, you can feel a soft spot that often warms as blood vessels flow underneath. Press here with your fingertips, not too hard, just enough to notice the pressure for 30 seconds on each side. This point supports circulation to the pelvic floor muscles, which tend to weaken with age and menopause. According to the NIH, improving blood flow to these muscles can reduce discomfort, support bladder health, and enhance intimacy. Think of it like loosening a tight knot. Once the flow is restored, the surrounding muscles relax and your whole body benefits. The third point is found just behind your pelvic bone, near the very base of your pubic area. You don't need to press deeply. In fact, light, steady pressure with 2 fingers is enough. Hold it for 20 to 30 seconds while breathing slowly. Many women describe feeling a gentle warmth spreading through their hips when they do this. From a medical standpoint, this spot sits close to nerve pathways that communicate with your lower spine and hips, which is why it can trigger a sense of relaxation and renewed energy. A 70-year-old patient named Carol told me that when she added this step to her morning, she not only felt more energized, but also noticed her lower back stiffness easing up. Here's how to put it all together. Before you get out of bed in the morning, take 2 or 3 slow, deep breaths. Place your hand gently on the first point, 2 inches below the belly button, and press in a circular motion for up to a minute. Then move to the inner thigh crease on your right side. Hold for 30 seconds, switch to your left side, and repeat. Finally, place your fingers on the base of your pubic bone and press lightly while breathing deeply for another 30 seconds. In less than 5 minutes, you've given your pelvic area a gentle wake-up call, invited circulation to flow, and told your nervous system it's time to feel alive. Remember, consistency matters more than intensity. Don't worry if you don't feel a dramatic change on day 1. For many women, the effects build slowly, like watering a garden every day. By the second week, mornings feel lighter. By the third, energy lasts longer into the day. And over time, you may notice added benefits, less pelvic heaviness, improved comfort, and even a greater sense of connection during intimacy. As you listen to this, you might be thinking, Dr. Perriera does something so simple, really make a difference. Let me reassure you, the body is designed to respond to touch, breath, and circulation. According to the Cleveland Clinic, even small boosts in blood flow to pelvic muscles can improve vitality in women after menopause. You're not tricking your body. You're reminding it of a natural rhythm that was always there. So I encourage you try this routine tomorrow morning before you even reach for your slippers. And as you practice, notice how your body feels, not just physically, but emotionally. Because the truth is, when you start your day by reconnecting with your own body, you carry that energy into every interaction that follows. But before you rush to practice, let me leave you with this thought. Just as there are 3 points to press, there are also simple lifestyle habits that can multiply their effect. Things like hydration, gentle stretching, and a few surprising nutrition choices. In the next part, I'll reveal how combining these habits with your morning routine can turn small sparks of energy into lasting vitality throughout the day. And I want to ask you, if you were to add this 5-minute practice into your mornings, what difference do you hope to feel first? More physical energy, less stiffness, or maybe a brighter mood? Share with me in the comments. I want to share with you the story of a woman who reminds me why these small, intimate practices matter so much. Her name is Elaine, and she was 68 when she first came to see me. She walked slowly into my office, shoulders slumped and told me Dr. Perriera I don't recognize myself anymore. I wake up tired, I nap through the afternoon, and I've lost all interest in the things I used to love: gardening, walking with my friends, even intimacy with my husband. I just feel faded. Elaine had tried vitamins, sleep aids, even more coffee. Nothing seemed to help. What I noticed, though, was that her fatigue wasn't just about sleep. It was about circulation connection and the way her body had lost its rhythm after menopause. I gently introduced her to the same 3 pressure points I shared with you. At first, she laughed. "You really think pressing here will give me energy?" But she was willing to try. 2 weeks later, she came back with a sparkle in her eyes. "It's the strangest thing, Dr. Perriera. I still wake up. But instead of dragging myself to the kitchen, I feel like my body has already started moving from the inside. I can get through the morning without that second cup of coffee." A month later, she was back in her garden tending her roses. She told me her husband noticed the change too, not just in her energy, but in the warmth she brought back into their relationship. Stories like Elaine's remind me of something very important. Energy after 60 isn't about forcing your body to act younger. It's about listening to it differently, caring for it in ways that match this stage of life. Think of your body as a musical instrument. In your younger years, the strings were tight and responsive. You could strum quickly, and the sound was bright. After menopause, the strings loosen. If you keep strumming the same way, the music sounds dull. But if you take the time to tune the strings gently, to press the right notes, the instrument can still play beautifully. The music is different, yes, but it's deeper, richer, more soulful. That's exactly what these 3 points can do. They are not magic buttons, but they are tuning keys. They help your body find its rhythm again. When blood flows freely, when nerves send signals without being blocked, when muscles relax and breathe, you begin to feel like yourself again. Not the younger version, but the wiser, stronger one who still deserves energy and joy. I know some of you might be skeptical. Maybe you've tried so many things already: supplements, exercises, diets, and none of them gave you lasting relief. But sometimes the answer isn't adding more complexity. Sometimes it's returning to the basics of how your body works. Your pelvic region is like a power station. If the circuits are clogged, the lights in your house flicker. When you clear those circuits, the whole house glows. One of my favorite moments is when patients like Elaine tell me, "Not just I feel better, but I feel like myself again." Because after 60, health is not only about living longer, it's about living connected to your body, your relationships, your passions. And it often begins in places we've been taught to ignore, like intimate self-care. So as you think about these 3 points, I want you to imagine tuning your instrument each morning. 5 minutes of gentle care is all it takes to bring back clarity, warmth, and presence. And as Elaine discovered, it's not just about energy in the morning, it's about confidence in your daily life, comfort in your body, and even intimacy that feels alive again. In the next part, I'll bring everything together. I'll recap the 3 points, the mistakes to avoid, and the simple daily habits that can multiply your results. And I'll leave you with one powerful reminder. No matter your age, your body still holds the ability to surprise you. But let me ask you, if you could wake up tomorrow feeling even 20% more energized, what would you do with that gift? Would you garden longer, walk further, laugh more, or maybe share a quiet moment of closeness with someone you love? Share your answer with me in the comments. I read every single one. So let's take a moment to bring everything together. We started with the simple truth that many women over 60 wake up each morning feeling drained, sluggish, and disconnected from their own bodies. But we also discovered that hidden inside your own pelvic region are 3 gentle points that, when pressed daily, can help reawaken circulation, restore a sense of vitality, and bring back energy you thought was gone forever. Do you remember them? The first is just 2 inches below your belly button, your lower energy center, where pressing with gentle circular motions for up to a minute can activate core circulation. The second lies at the crease of your inner thigh, where holding each side for 30 seconds invites blood flow to your pelvic floor and relieves tension. And the third rests at the base of your pubic bone, where light, steady pressure for half a minute can awaken nerve signals and ease stiffness in your hips and lower back. Together, they form a 5-minute morning practice, short, simple, but powerful. We also explored the mistakes to avoid. Don't press too hard, your tissues need gentle care. Don't hold your breath, your breathing is part of the circulation process. And don't treat this as a one-time fix, your body thrives on rhythm and routine. With daily practice, these points can become a quiet ritual, tuning your body each morning the way a musician tunes her instrument. And remember Elaine's story. At 68, she believed her energy and intimacy were fading for good. But with patience, she discovered that reconnecting with her own body through these small practices restored not just her mornings, but her confidence and closeness with her loved ones. Her story is a reminder. Age does not mean decline, it means adaptation. Now let me speak directly to you. If you've been feeling that mornings are a battle, that energy slips through your fingers, I want you to know you are not powerless. Your body is still capable of waking up fresh, vibrant, and connected. It only asks that you care for it in ways that match this stage of life. These 3 points are not a miracle cure, but they are an invitation to step back into partnership with your own body, to remind yourself that vitality is not lost. It's waiting to be stirred. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for the coffee, before you scroll through your phone, give yourself 5 minutes. Place your hand on your lower belly, your inner thighs, and the base of your pelvis. Breathe slowly. Notice how your body responds, and then carry that spark into the rest of your day. If you found this helpful, I invite you to share this video with a friend, a sister, or someone you love, who might also be searching for ways to feel more alive after 60. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Elder Care Wellness, where I share trusted, evidence-based guidance every week, because you deserve to age, not just gracefully, but joyfully. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of the 3 points do you think you'll try first tomorrow morning? The lower belly, the thigh crease, or the pelvic base? Leave me a comment. I truly enjoy reading your stories and reflections. And before we close, let me remind you this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care.